It's time now for perspective. In recent months, the number of migrants risking their lives to reach Europe by sea has increased dramatically. Italy, for one, says that this year around 4 times as many people have made the perilous journey from North Africa compared to last year. Greece and even the UK have also been seeing similar spikes. My guest today is Louise Carr, a campaigner for refugee and migrant rights at Amnesty International. Thank you very much indeed for speaking to us here on France 24. Now, after a lull in the number of migrant crossings in recent years, numbers are now rising significantly. Why is that, do you think?
Well, I think within these people we have refugees, both refugees and migrants. So you have people who are seeking safety, who are fleeing war-torn countries and are in search for a place of safety. You also have people who are migrants who are looking for a new and better life, maybe, and for employment prospects. But what I think we need to put these figures into perspective. So we've recorded about 19,000 border crossings in the Mediterranean so far this year, which is manageable for the European Union with its 27 countries. So, but what we're seeing now is that European policies are really putting people in danger in the Mediterranean. So instead of focusing on welcoming these people, seeing how their asylum claim can be assessed in adequately, they are being pushed back to Libya. They are being left adrift at sea for several weeks, and we've also seen cases of people being detained offshore. In the case of Malta, just before the summer.
And could you tell me a little bit more about what Amnesty's latest report into Maltese practices contains?
Yeah, so what we've just launched a new report on the situation in the central Mediterranean, so on the practice of Maltese authorities, but also of the European policies with cooperating with Libya. And what we've shown is that that the Maltese authorities are deliberately pushing refugees and migrants back to Libya. This is in flagrant violation of human rights. Libya is not a safe country. When the people are returned to Libya, they are put in detention centres. Women are raped. They are this amounts to torture for us. So what we're saying is that people should not be returned to Libya. But we've seen that Malta, there was a case of 50 people who were returned deliberately to Malta to Libya by the Maltese authorities. But this is part of European policies, because we've seen that the practice for the past years has been to cooperate with Libya so that people cannot leave Libya, and if they try to leave, that they are sent back. And this, for us, is that we really need European policies that focus on rescuing people and on organising their welcome. We have 27 countries in the European Union. At the moment, we have a handful of countries at the border which are which have to manage to manage the reception. But we really want Europe to come together and to put in place humane policies that take into account the rights of people.
And there's also an important contradiction to address, isn't there? That contradiction between maritime law that basically says you're obliged to save vessels and people in distress at sea, and states which often choose to not allow boats carrying migrants to dock at their ports. What is the answer there, do you think?
I think it's through just a respect of maritime law. When people are in distress at sea, they have to be saved by the vessel that is closest, and then they have to be brought to a safe port. At the moment, Libya is not a safe port. So these people need to be able to disembark in a safe port, so in Malta and in Italy. But we need for this to be coordinated on a European level, so that all European countries can take their share, can assist in welcoming these people. So we could imagine a mechanism which would allow people to be disembarked in a safe port promptly, without having to wait several weeks, as we've seen at sea, and then are transferred rapidly to another country where they can submit their asylum claim if they wish, where their situation can be assessed. At the moment, there's the Etienne boat, which has been left adrift for over a month at sea with 27 people aboard, and there's still no solution for these people.
Louise Carr, thank you very much indeed. Louise Carr, a campaigner for refugee and migrant rights at Amnesty International there.